Here we are, baby. Here we are. Here we are, boys. Here we are. Here we are, boys. Here we are with episode 71. With episode 71 to come shortly, boy. It's episode 71 to come shortly, boy. So, excuse me. So, before we get into it, guys, I gotta reiterate this every stream. I have to reiterate this every stream. Every time I do one of these, I have to reiterate this every stream. If at any point in this stream y'all hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, let's get the promotional stuff out of the way. Then we can get into it. Then we can get into it, guys. So let me fix the lighting real quick. Bada boom, bada bam. There we go. Everything's all good. Hold up. Let me Oh, that's cool. I just discovered that. That's cool. We'll get to that after the stream though. So sorry about that, guys. Something caught my eye. I had to check it out. But yeah. So let me get the promotional stuff out of the way and then we'll get into it, guys. So y'all will get the boxing stream at the end of this month. At the end of this month. I'll talk about all the greats. I'll talk about Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, Rocky Marciano, etc., etc. I'll talk about all the greats at the end of this month. It'll be fun. Also, guys, yeah. So I'm still working on the White Knight, Ogre's 8, the Dragon King trilogy, and Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai and Gunslinger as well, aka Gunblade. So that's all well and good. So, now that we got the promotional stuff out of the way, we can get into it. Wait, we can't, because there's a few more things I need to tell y'all. So, as far as the music stuff goes, guys, y'all will get 2 new songs on December 1st. So keep an eye out for that. Also, guys, if y'all want to know what this channel is about, if y'all want to know what I'm about, then just to go read the channel in description. Yes, it is a bit long, it is a bit wordy, but it basically tells y'all what I'm about and what I talk about. I.e., anime, manga, comic books, etc., etc. Also, guys, I just saw on here that Deadpool and Wolverine is now on Disney Plus. So that's cool. That's very, very cool. Deadpool and Wolverine is now on Disney Plus. That's amazing. But yeah, guys, now that we officially have everything out of the way, I've done the intro and the promotional stuff. What do you want to talk about? Hey, because I've got an hour to kill. Guys. So what do you want to talk about? I mean, we could talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, psychology, whatever y'all want to talk about. But yeah, I don't know why I do this, guys. We're only like, what, 4 minutes into this? And I just don't know what to talk about. I mean, I could go into the history of Marvel and DC and Image and Dark Horse and all that, but really I don't know. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. But yeah, I mean, Marvel's history is very, very interesting and just, it's a long history though. I mean, Marvel came out here with the Fantastic Four in 1961, I believe. And DC has been out longer than that with Action Comics #1 with Superman in the 1930s, I believe. So yeah, the history of my favorite topic, huh? The history of my favorite topics. You see, here's the problem, guys. I want to talk about a lot of different stuff, and I'm working on a lot of stuff as we speak. I'm a reader and writer, guys. I love storytelling. It's my favorite thing in the world. But I've got too much in here I want to talk about. So that's the problem. I believe if you're bored, I believe boredom does not exist. If you are bored, then there's one thing wrong. I believe boredom is not having is I believe if you're bored, it's not the fact here that you don't have anything to do. It's the fact here that you have too much to do. There's too many options, guys. There's too many options. I need to limit them. I need to limit my options, guys. And that's the issue here. I mean, I could go on and on and on for hours and hours and hours about a lot of stuff, like Teen Titans, philosophy, history, mythology, TV shows, movies, boxing, professional wrestling. I could go on about a lot of stuff, guys. I could go on about a lot of stuff. But the question is, do you actually want to hear that? Like World War II, he with he with Desmond Doss. That's a great story. Desmond Doss is a true hero. I mean, he saved over 75, or better yet, over 100 plus people in the Battle of Okinawa in Hacksaw Ridge. I mean, the actual story itself is very, very inspiring, but hit with the film that came out in 2016, directed by Mel Gibson and starring Andrew Garfield, was phenomenal. Andrew did a phenomenal job as Desmond Doss, of which that's cool and all. So I find this stuff interesting, guys. Dear Lord, dear God, I am so sorry, guys. We are 8 minutes into this and I've said nothing of value. Jesus Christ, my dumb little I hate myself sometimes, guys. I hate myself sometimes. I honestly don't know why I do this. But yeah, I've got playlists up on the channel if you want to go check them out. I've got content up on the channel. Well, more precisely, I've got playlists up on the channel. I mean, it's a lot more organized now. So if y'all want to check that out, you can just feel free to do so. I hate my nose. Every time, guys, every time I do one of these, I must scratch my nose. I don't know what the problem is. Allergies, I'm guessing, but oh well. Yeah, but I mean, uh, I don't, I don't know what to talk about, man. This is stupid. This is honestly stupid. It's just me in front of a camera talking for an hour straight. And honestly, guys, I've done 70 of these now. This is episode 71, and I honestly don't know what to talk about. I mean, like I said, I can talk about a lot of stuff. I can talk about a lot of stuff. I just genuinely don't know what to talk about. Maybe an idea will come to me eventually, guys. Maybe an idea will come to me eventually. I don't know. Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. It was a good film. Very good film. I mean, Hacksaw, the Battle of Okinawa, and the story of Desmond Doss is truly, truly remarkable. But there's no, 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 no. I'll talk about that at a later date. Probably like I'll talk about that later this month actually because I really no. I I don't know what to talk about it because I got more music coming in for y'all. I've got more music coming, but on December 1st, like I'll just be releasing a bunch of music and all that. Well, on December 1st, you'll get two brand new songs. It for me, of which the last song hit that y'all got it from me was songs of the ga- was songs of the Galilee. So yeah, just go check out my music if you want to. Uh, I've got it up on the channel, so feel free. But honestly, guys, I don't know what to talk about. It's not that I'm tired, right? It's not that I'm tired. It's that my brain's not working right now, I guess. I mean, I'm used to my body not communicating right. I'm used to my body working against me. But my mind, my brain, no, that needs to actually work because I need it. I need my mind sharp to write and to jot down stories and all that. Like, I could go through right now and tell y'all a bunch of Greek myths and tell y'all a lot about Greek mythology. Like, here, one of the most messed up, one of the most messed up stories in all of Greek mythology is, let's see, there's so many to choose from. There's so many to choose from in my 6 years of study. In my 6 years of studying Greek mythology, there is just so many to choose from. There's so many horrible, wretched stories to choose from when it comes to Greek mythology. Like, it's interesting, guys. It's fascinating, truly, because Zeus is a scumbag. He can't keep it in his pants. Zeus, over a half of Olympus is his children, when you actually know the mythology like I know it, it's more messed up than I could ever imagine. Because Zeus married his sister Hera, and Hera is the goddess of marriage and family. And then, of course, you have stories like, well, I'll get to the stories in a little bit, but I mean, he married his sister Hera, who is the goddess of family and marriage, or of marriage and family. And yeah, you just don't do that. Z- Zeus is like, he keeps tempting fate by sleeping here with all the mortal women and all the different goddesses. Like, stop. Like, stop tempting fate, man. If if ruling here the world, if ruling here the universe is so important to you, then stop having ah. It's it's complicated, it's messy, it's fascinating, it's intriguing. Also, how Pegasus was made, how the different types of creatures who were made is also very, very twisted. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can go into detail there because like I said, YouTube it would have my head. So let's straight off the topic. Let's straight off hit the topic of Greek mythology, and let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else, cause I'm honestly, I don't know what I am, man. I'm not tired. I can still do this, guys. Man, I've got no script. It's just me talking in front of a camera and all that. So yeah. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I'll stick it out for the hour, but man, I don't know. I don't know. I really, really do not know. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. But I can't decide. I cannot decide on what. That is always the issue, guys. It's always the issue. I can never decide on what to talk about. Comic books, anime, manga, history, mythology, psychology, philosophy, the deeper questions of life. Why are we here? What made all this? There's just too much. There's just too much here to talk about in so little time. In such little time. And I would stream past that hour mark. I would stream past the hour mark, but honestly, I'm not sure how long I could stream for because the phone battery it goes from 100 to 0 over the course of like basically what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that my phone will eventually die and need charging. So I'm not sure for how long. I'm not sure for how long I could actually stream. But I've got topics in my mind. I've got ideas and thoughts. Granted, most of them probably not entertaining or good or like intelligent thoughts, but at least they're thoughts, you know? Like, I mean, I've always been one who, not always, ever since 2017, really. Ever since spring of 2017, I fell in love with reading and writing and all that and storytelling and just thinking things through on another level. Actually thinking about things and thinking them out and trying to get out of like just thinking my way through life, guys. Like, I'm not saying I'm a purely logic-based person. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, how do you articulate how do you articulate yourself better? How do you think better? How do you think about stuff? How do you figure out things in the world? I'm a young man. I'm just trying to figure that out right now because I'm passionate about a lot of stuff, but I can never seem. I'm gonna get real with y'all right quick. I can never seem to decide on what I want to do. Yes, I'm still working on everything. I'm still working on the 4 main stories. I'm still working on the White Knight, on Ogre's 8, on the Dragon King trilogy, on the broader world of Avaloria itself, and I'm still working on the Samurai and Gunslinger. I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on all that, guys, but really I don't know what to do with my time after that. I mean, like someone once told me, right? Excuse me. Somebody once told me discipline equals freedom. If you schedule out if you schedule out your day, if you schedule out your day and actually stick to it, then you will have more free time here because you will know what to do. He he you need to write out a daily mission for yourself as soon as you wake up, right? As soon as you wake up, you need to see something, right? You need to see something. Hey, that's like it's going to alert you, like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this hey before this time, or I need to do this, this, and this hey before a certain time. Okay, and then after I'm done with that, I need to do A, B, and C, or I need to do D, E, and F, or I need to do. Y'all get the. I think you'll get the point. I think you'll get the idea, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's been 21 minutes of nothing. It's been 21 minutes of nothing of bullcrap. It's been 21 minutes of bull of straight shh. But I digress. I digress. I guess these streams are starting to wear on me, guys. I mean, I want to keep going, but I've got no. I mean, it's not that I've got nothing to talk about because I've got it all. I've got a lot of stuff here to talk about. But the problem is I can never decide on what I want to talk about, and that ends up screwing me over. That ends up screwing me over. But it's okay. It's okay. Because I know at some point I'm going to think of something and I'm going to stick to it. Like I did with episode 40, right? I talked about Hans Christian Andersen and the Grimm brothers and the ancient and old fairy tales that we all love. Like Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, and Snow White, and all those stories, right? Like I love these ancient and old stories, guys. I love reading and writing, and I've read a lot of good books. Like I've talked about Wally. I've talked about that at nauseum, which are sick of me here, which are sick of me talking about that, of which I understand. And y'all y'all sick. First of all, y'all gotta be sick and tired of this. Excuse my language. I mean, y'all gotta be sick and tired of my speech impediment, right? I know I am. Y'all gotta be sick of it. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what went wrong tonight. I mean, I'm not stopping stream. I'm gonna keep it going. But honestly, I don't know what went wrong. I mean, I don't have a plan per usual, but at least I can think of something here to make it entertaining, I guess. I mean, at least I can think of something to make it entertaining. Let's see. Anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy. I'm not getting into politics because I hate politics. I despise politics with fiery passion. I do not get involved in them, so I want my opinion on certain things. I'm not giving y'all my opinions on certain things because I simply don't care. And I don't want to waste the time I could be putting into something I actually care about on like stuff I don't care about, like politics. I mean, I just simply don't get involved, right? Because it just drains me, guys. It drains me. And I don't know why. I do not know why. I just don't know why I'm so low energy tonight, man. Like, I'm so low energy. Maybe I need to get that spark back. Maybe I need to get that spark back, huh? Like, I need to get the spark back, guys. I need to. I need to just find the passion again, guys. I need to find the passion again. I need to find the fire. I need to find the fire that burns within, guys. But I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can. I mean, like, I love. Well, I don't. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I really just don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, I could talk about storytelling and I could. Why do I keep repeating myself, guys? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This stream. It's not the worst one yet. It's not the worst stream I've ever done. It's one of, though. I mean, we're 26 minutes in, and I haven't said a thing that's interesting yet. I honestly don't know, man. It feels like I'm in a slump, honestly. Hey, here with the streams. I mean, I do the intro, I get the promotional stuff out of the way, and then I just talk about nothing. I don't share any personal stuff. I keep my private stuff private. I just I don't know. I mean, I'm not sad, I'm not depressed, I'm not upset. I just I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, physically I'm fine, and mentally I'm good. But yet, but you just have those nights, right? You just have those nights to where you don't have it in you. But I usually have it in me, guys. I've scheduled from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. every night. Every night y'all get the streams. From 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. y'all get the streams. And uh and I'll keep at it. I'll keep going. But the question is, what do I do here with the time we have left? Because we got a lot of time here, guys. Hey, we got a lot of time to kill. I just don't know, man. I don't know why I'm being this way tonight. I just, like, it's... I don't even want to continue stream, but I have to. Because we gotta hit the hour mark. Because that is what I've promised. But, yeah, guys, like, maybe... I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I really just don't know anymore, guys. I mean, I know that every time a stream goes this way, in this particular way, I always say the next one, hey, the next one, he will be better. And I make a conscious effort to try and make it better. But at this point, I honestly don't know. Man, I'm not gonna end it though. We're gonna go for the hour mark. But I just don't know, guys. There's a lot of dead air this one. There's a lot of dead air this one. I really just... I don't know. What am I doing, guys? What am I doing? Wasting your time is what I'm doing, but I feel bad for it. I feel bad for wasting your time. I just gotta pick a topic and stick with it, I guess. I honestly just don't know. Like, I just don't know, guys. And that's the issue. We 30 minutes. We 30. We 30 minutes into this, and I just don't know what to do with myself. It's immaculate. It is amazing how retarded I can be sometimes. Even though there's nothing wrong with me, guys. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong. I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly okay. But I don't know. I don't know. To the one viewer that keeps coming back and keeps watching, I thank you for putting up with my for as long as you have. But man, like, I'm just watching the view count, and really, I don't care about the views. I don't care about any of this because, well, I care. I mean, I've got. Let me check. Let me actually check right quick. I got 281 of y'all. I got 281 of y'all. There's that are subscribed to me. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could talk about animation, of which there have been some beautifully animated films, guys. There's been some beautiful animated films and all that. So yeah, like The Road to El Dorado. Although that film's funny, it's just beautifully animated and all that. Like the How to Train Your Dragon series is just so good. Why am I rambling now, guys? I mean, I'm rambling, but like I just don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I'm sorry here for what this episode has been and what it'll probably continue to be. Hopefully tomorrow night is better. I legitimately don't know though. Like, why is it so hard? I mean, it's not hard because I am not camera shy at all. I mean, you put me in front of a camera and I can talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end about anything and everything. Because I've got so much information, guys, I want to share with y'all. But the problem is I want to share it all at once. I gotta like pace myself, guys. No. No, my dear viewer. No, because honestly, I'm honestly surprised that y'all watched me at all. I'm honestly surprised that y'all watched me at all. Because I go on about the same old I go on about the same old stuff. And it's annoying. And I know y'all hate it. And I know y'all hate it. I hate it too. And I've been promising y'all the boxing stream of which y'all will get. Y'all will get the boxing stream at the end of this month. I'll talk about all the greats. I'll talk about Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Pacquiao, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray Robinson, etc., etc. I'll talk about all the greats at the end of the month. I've promised y'all two things. I promised y'all the boxing stream, which I'll get at the end of the month, and I promised y'all artwork of the samurai and gunslinger, of which y'all will get at the end of the year, probably Christmas or New Year's. But yeah, guys, I just I'm just sick. I'm not sick of it, guys. I'm not sick of doing this because God, I love doing this. I love talking to y'all. It's just that if you actually watch, which granted it takes you 71 hours to watch all of them. But if you actually watch all the streams I've done this far, they say nothing important. They they have no consequence. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, guys. It just don't matter because I go on about the same old crap. Learn. You'll get nothing interesting out of it. And I feel like, granted, I am a small creator and no one even cares, right? Us smaller creators have to just struggle and deal with it. But, I mean, I'm just not, my heart's not in it tonight. I just, I don't know, guys. I mean, I just, I mean, like, I mean, my buddy Matt, he does streams as well, and he's actually talking about stuff that's important and all that. Meanwhile, I'm just over here talking about boxing, pro wrestling, history, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and all that. Like when it comes to the actual human mind, right? What is psychology? What is psychology at its most fundamental, basic meaning? Hey, the study of the mind. Psychology, in its most fundamental, basic, simplest description or definition, is the study of the human mind. It's the study of human behavior, of which I find fascinating, of which, like, I like you see, okay, now, finally, how long we've been doing this, guys? 37 minutes. And I've gotten so angry that finally I've got the passion back. Hey, that finally I'm getting excited again. I'm getting, like, excited and just happy and jittery again, you know? Which, thank God, because, I mean, just Jesus Christ there, buddy. You were, you were lacking for a minute. You were lacking there for a second there, Busby. But, yeah. Just fascinating stuff, guys, with psychology and philosophy and all that. History is also good. I love ancient and old stories, right? I'm a storyteller. I'm a reader and writer. Even though I've got nothing published yet, guys. I've got nothing published yet. Hey, The White Knight, that'll come out in May of next year. And August 8 will come out in October next year. Both of those are coming out next year. Just keep an eye out for those, and that'll be fine. But yeah, guys, I love old school stories, right? Like, I love Jekyll and Hyde. The Strange Case of Jekyll and Hyde is a phenomenal book. Because here we got the calm, cool, chill doctor. Hey, the well-mannered Jekyll and his alter ego, Hyde. Like, Jekyll and Hyde is so interesting, guys. Hey, because it plays on our darker desires, of which is fascinating. Like, okay, so in Jungian psychology, there's something called the shadow, and we have to and we have to integrate it into into our lives, into ourselves, of which the shadow is basically all the stuff that we hate about ourselves, and we have to integrate that into our personalities in order to be whole. Now, Jekyll and Hyde plays into this very thing, right? Jekyll and Hyde plays into this very thing. So, Dr. Jekyll is a well respected man, right? He's super kind, super humble, super down to earth. But out in the streets, there's this other man called Hyde, who's a wild animal, and he beats up people, and he's just an overall nasty human being. But Jekyll and Hyde are the exact same person. Because Mr. Hyde is just Jekyll's darker desires coming through. It's all the bad stuff coming through. Of which I genuinely like the way Jekyll gives in to his darker urges, to his darker desires. You see what happened, guys. You see what happened. We 40 minutes into this, and I'm into it again. I've got that spark back, anyways. So Hyde is just Jekyll's darker desires, and because all Jekyll has to do is drink a potion. Now, Dr. Jekyll used science to become Hyde. To become Mr. Hyde. Of which, fascinating. I need to reread the book, guys. I need to reread said book because it is genuinely entertaining and fascinating and so much fun. But yeah, like Jekyll and Hyde is it it plays with the human psyche's darker half. Because do we give in to our darker? Because do we give in to our to do we give in to our darker urges, to our darker desires, or do we try to stay face? I mean, these are fascinating questions, guys. Because if we keep the darker urges or darker desires at bay, will they eventually come out anyway? I don't necessarily think so. I think like if you really try, you can keep those dark thoughts at bay and you can overcome them. But here's what I believe, guys. Here's what I believe, and guys, I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist or a clinical psychologist. I'm just interested in this stuff, guys, and I love talking about it. Like, I mean, yeah. So I love talking about all this stuff, guys. History, philosophy, psychology, all this stuff I love talking about. I really, really do. And it saddens me, guys. It saddens me that it took 43 minutes. It took 43 minutes for me to get the life back. And I'm so sorry, guys. I will actually, you know what? Yeah. I'll apologize after this is done. I will add a description to this, basically saying, dear viewer, if you're seeing this in post, I am so sorry. Like, I mean, all this stuff is fascinating. We got a fellow history nerd in chat, I see, with with World War II and all that. That is interesting. That is engaging. For episode 100 of this, guys, for episode 100, I'll do a Q&A. Hey, when we hit episode 100, of which this is episode 71, if you look at the title, this is episode 71. For episode 100, I'll do a Q&A. Y'all can ask me anything and everything, and I will answer it. But yeah, guys. So I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I just find this stuff very, very interesting and just so intriguing. So I believe three things, guys. I believe three things. I believe these three things. Or no, three things, hey, but technically four. Technically four, but three. One, that there's no difference between writing and thinking. Because what are you doing when you're writing? You're writing, you're putting your. Because what do you do when you're writing? What are you doing when you write? You basically put your thoughts on paper. You're basically thinking and just actually having some physical form of your thoughts. Like you're just taking a pencil or pen or whatever and just writing it out. Whether that be a story idea, a story thought, it doesn't matter if you're creating stories, it doesn't matter if you're creating made up and fictional stories like The Hunger Games or The Hobbit, although those are very good books. I've got nothing against those books. In fact, The Hunger Games and The Hobbit are some of my favorite stories of all time. I just used those as like examples of creating stories and all that. Or if you're like writing out your thoughts, like I don't know what's a good non-fiction book. Um, like what's a good non-fiction book? Like a lot of Carl Jung's stuff, a lot of Friedrich Nietzsche's stuff. I'm pretty sure he wrote down. Like non-fiction or fiction, it doesn't matter. Writing is still the exact same thing. Writing is putting your ideas and thoughts on paper. So, I believe there's no difference between writing and thinking. That's number one. Number two, how do you become a better thinker? How do you how do you learn to actually think through things? Well, learn to write. Because there's no difference, guys. There's no difference between writing and thinking. So, in order for us to think through things more clearly, let's say, you become a better writer. Learn to write, and you will become a better thinker. And you'll be able to articulate your thoughts a lot more clearly. But how do you become a better writer? Read. Read, read, read. How do you become a better writer? You become a reader and become a good reader. If you can read, write, and if you can read and write, you are unstoppable in my opinion. If you can read and write, then you are unstoppable. Because then you can actually think through things. Of which, guys, I cannot tell you how much I've needed to basically say this. Basically, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if anyone watches this. It doesn't matter. It's never mattered, guys. It's never mattered if anyone ever watched these. I couldn't care less if anyone watched these or not. I mainly did these for myself and just to basically look back at it and say, hey, there you go, bud. You've gotten a whole lot better at speaking and articulating your thoughts more, despite your speech impediment. So, so sorry guys, I'm reading chat. If you're watching this in post, I'm currently just reading chat right now. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, because like it depends on what you read through. Actually, I'm not sure if it would depend on what you read or not. And because say for if you wanted to analyze something thoroughly, if you wanted to, like, I've tried to thoroughly and I've tried to analyze and critique thoroughly both Wally and Inside Out. Yeah, yeah, yes, my dear viewer. You basically hit the nail on the head. Of which, yeah, guys, if you can read and write, you are unstoppable. If you can read and write, you are unstoppable because there's nothing that you can't do with that. Because, like I said, writing is just writing is just putting your thoughts on paper and just thinking out loud. But I cannot take credit for these ideas, guys. These ideas are not my own. The idea that there is no difference between writing and thinking goes back a long way. It goes back a long, long, long way. I mean, I would say a few hundred years even. Like, I mean, Fyodor Dostoevsky and Friedrich Nietzsche, they had some brilliant ideas. Granted, Nietzsche's philosophy, in my opinion, it was a bit murky, but it was a bit messy. But like, I love thinking, guys. I love thinking these things through. Of which, granted, I haven't thought all of it through yet. I haven't thought all of it through, but yeah. It's just interesting, guys, how long. It's just interesting how long it took me to actually get back into the swing of things. I know no one is going to watch this. I know no one is going to watch this. I'd be surprised if this gets like 20 to 30 views, honestly, hey, because of how boring and dull that first half was. I'd be surprised if anyone in post watches this. At least if you're like, if in post y'all watch this, if for the first like 30 to 40 minutes, I'm sorry. But yeah, it took me a minute to get my groove back. It took me a minute to get that spark back, I guess. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. Anyways, we are approaching the hour mark. However, we haven't hit it yet. We haven't hit the hour mark, but here we are approaching it. In fact, we are 7 minutes away from hitting the hour mark. So yeah. So, but yeah, guys, I can talk about a lot of stuff, guys. Like in episode 68, if y'all go back and watch that, 30 or 40 minutes into that, I just talked about Alan Moore and his comic books. Watchmen, V for Vendetta, The Killing Joke. I talk about all that stuff, guys. It's super interesting to me. I'm into the nerdy crap, right? I'm into anime, manga, comic books, all that stuff. Of which I genuinely do find all that stuff interesting. But I also find the deeper questions of life interesting as well. Like J.R.R. Tolkien was one of the greatest writers of all time. I am good. Hello, dear viewer. But yeah, J.R.R. Tolkien, who's one of the greatest authors of all time. Which, I mean, he wrote The Hobbit, his Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion. Like, it's just awesome, guys. It's genuinely great that, well, I could go into that, but I kind of want to save that for an entire stream. J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. Like, I wanna talk about those two writers and what they've done. For me in my thought process. Like, C.S. Lewis has convinced me of, like, so much stuff. And J.R.R. Tolkien just weaves these narratives so fluently and so, like, crisp and clean. I love all of it. But yeah, guys, I apologize for earlier in the first half of the stream. Like, I would say for what? The first, like, it took me until, like, the 45-minute mark to say something of value. Like, it took me 45 minutes to get interested and intrigued, guys. And I'm sorry about that. I really am. But yeah, we found our footing there. I found my footing again, of which I genuinely do like. I mean, like, all these broader questions. Like, all these broader questions are amazing, guys, of which I do like thinking through them deeply. Yes, my dear viewer. Can I smile? Of course. Of course I can smile. I just don't know why I've been bummed, man. I don't know why I've been bummed out in this, guys. Also, guys, my dear viewer, if you want to check out my content, I've got playlists on the channel now. I've got playlist for the gaming stuff I do. And and I've got my music stuff up on the channel, of which y'all will be getting new music on December 1st. Okay, y'all will be getting new songs on December 1st. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun, good, and everything. So yeah, I just, I just, I love talking about this stuff, guys, because it is genuinely fascinating to me. Oh, my dear viewer, you're so wrong about that. But okay, I thank you for that anyways. No, it's fine, my dear viewer. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm one of the only people you can watch without getting bored, my dear viewer. No, I'm very, very boring, guys. I'm very, very boring. Because I can never stay on topic. That's another problem. Alright. Have a good night. Have a good night. But yeah, guys. I mean, that's another problem. I can never stay on topic. And that's probably why I came in with such low energy, guys. That's probably why I came in with such low energy. Because I can never stay on topic, baby. I can never stay on topic. Of which that saddens me. It really does. But either way, I genuinely love learning this stuff, guys. Like, I have 6 years. I have 6 years of studying under my belt. I've studied Greek mythology for 6 years. And I've studied Norse mythology for 2 years. But yeah, guys, this has been very, very interesting, and we're gonna keep it going. That's the way of looking at it. I never considered that before, but yeah, that's the way of looking at it. But yeah, guys, all this stuff is very, very good. I mean, like, hey, the stories I've read are so great. Like, a lot of the old Norse stories are good. Granted, I haven't studied Norse for that long. Like I said, I've only been studying Norse mythology for 2 years. I've studied Greek mythology for 6 years. I have a whole lot more knowledge on Greek than Norse, but I still do know a lot about Norse mythology as well. I've read Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. I've read a lot of other good Greek books. I need to read Hestia's Theogony, and I need to read the prose and poetic Eddas, of which I will get and read in due time. Also, I've talked about his Divine Comedy, and I've talked about the Divine Comedy, Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. I've also talked a lot about Shakespeare, and all of his plays are so good. Othello is my favorite play, but Romeo and Juliet is his most well-known play. But yeah, guys, it's just very, very interesting just seeing all this stuff, guys. Just seeing all this and just reading all of it as well. Because I'm genuinely interested in like philosophy stuff and psychology stuff and all that. Like, I'm very, very interested in Jung, specifically Carl Jung, and his ideas of the anima and animus and the shadow. All that stuff is fascinating, guys. All that stuff is very, very fascinating. Of which, like I said, Jekyll and Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson is a phenomenal book. It goes more in depth. Well, I wouldn't say that. It has nothing to do with the Jungian psychology. Okay, basically, what I'm trying to say here is that The Strange Case of Jekyll and Hyde is a good book that touches on these same topics and themes as Carl Jung did, but obviously in a different way. I mean, I just find all this stuff just very, very fascinating and very, very engaging. Either way, guys, we have hit the hour mark, so y'all know what to do. Also, guys, I'm very, very sorry, like I said, for the first half of the stream. I am so, so sorry. I did not mean for this to happen. Hey, for me to be so low energy and be so bummed out and all that. But I'm just happy that I finally just got that win back and all that. So yes, I will see you guys. I will see you guys at the same time. I will see you tomorrow night at 10 p.m. sharp. Anyways, guys, with that, we have hit the hour mark. So I'm outie. And y'all know what to do. And crap, I can't even do the outro properly now. So guys, we have hit the hour mark, and with that, I am outie, and y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, turn on all post notifications. So that we never miss a video and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys and thank you guys. I hate it when that happens. Okay, you gotta know what to do. Just like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, turn on all notifications. So that we never miss a video and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys and